Aigis?
Labrys murmurs her name to herself. Her head hangs lifeless, stares at the mechanical limbs. The shock slowly drains from her pale face, replaced with bitter across from us. The shadow Labrys glares. The shadow glares at me with piercing, menacing stares.
You can't be. I am the same as you. 7th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. Aigis, I am the model that came after you. Are you here, Caesar? I won't let you. Not when I'm almost free.
The shadow turns dull and cries out.
Or do you want to be caught and locked in a cramped little box again?
Her eyes wander, search for something to sit on, eventually fix it at Yosuke. But he's still in shock, speaks the heart of the moment. Moment is silence enough to shatter any hope of a peaceful resolution. Labrys smiles lifelessly and hangs her head.
No, don't get me wrong. I was just a little surprised.
No, it's okay. That's how a normal person would react.
Her sad, weak voice makes my heart ache.
I won't let you take her back. I will gain my freedom, whatever it takes.
Suddenly the shadow fires its arm out. A long chain trails behind it, wraps itself around Labrys many times over. The shadow begins to pull her into its winch. Up the struggle, Labrys is dragged over her captor, who lifts her over his shoulder. The shadow then runs full speed out of the announcement room. It fled with such explosive vanity that hard to believe was carrying its own weight. Who is Aigis gonna fight? Aigis is gonna fight the Persona 4 cast. I give chase is unfortunate. I cannot explain the situation to Yosuke, but I have no choice. I exit into the hallway and see Shadow makes the stairway lead upwards. This is the top floor, so it must be heading to the roof. Okay, she's fighting someone on the roof. I climb the landing and take the stairway 2 steps at a time before throwing open the door. But what I find there is not expected to see the roof of the building. It's best described as a TV studio. The spotlight hanging from the camera here, there, upon now, no matter what rough things are, it looks still like part of the school, but not here. What is this place? Just then, the door behind me slams open again, and the boy comes running out. Breathing hard, is Yusuke's son. I'm perplexed. Why did he chase after us? There's no one here who could warrant leaving his friend Rize aside. Suddenly, the area shrouds the menacing air. The shadow appears. They're still carrying Labrys over his shoulder. Labrys shouldn't be unconscious, but she isn't showing any sign of resistance.
Too bad for you. The Grand Prix is still on. Have fun wasting time fighting each other.
Hey, wait!
As soon as Yosuke turns around and gives chase, he runs up against something. I try stretching on my hand. Just as I thought, there's an invisible wall that wasn't there when I climbed up the stairs. Only door back to the school is one behind the wall. In other words, we're trapped. Yusuke hangs his head in shame and looks at me awkwardly.
Yes, this means we have to fight. Sorry, I feel like I got in your way.
I came here without thinking and fell right into the enemy trap. I'm sure that's what he was thinking, but but as I see it, it's Yosuke who should be apologizing.
I'm sorry for all this.
Huh?
We are the ones ultimately responsible for this incident. I'm sorry to have dragged you all into it. If your friends are safe, I would suggest you evacuate at once. But in these circumstances, I must go after her.
There's no need for you to take the blame. I mean, I feel the same about wanting to go after her.
Why? I'm not sure this concerns you.
I promised I'd protect her. I couldn't back her up when she needed me the most. So, I want to apologize and actually keep my promise this time. I feel like I can't leave her alone right now.
His eyes could see a glimmer of
I
determination.
should explain certain things to you. I'm not authorized to disclose everything, but
I reviewed the important parts to him. The Persona shadows are universal. They have existed since ancient times. They're probably little known battles as part of all over the world to harness their powers. I have experienced one-shot battle, was fact created to the purpose. I'm a weapon giving heart in order to use a persona. I explained that Labrys was a prototype, sealed away. One that was lost during a recent incident. Yosuke don't seem to swallow it all, but let's attend the nonetheless.
Shadows outside the TV too?
I was surprised as well to find out that a world like this was accessible through televisions.
Believe me, we were pretty shocked last year too.
I looked straight into the boy's eyes, which are laughing at his attempt to lighten the mood. Only a winner can leave, so we must fight. There are no ignoring the cold fact. I suspect the Shadow set this up to buy time. We don't have a moment to waste. I don't say anything, but you can seem to get the picture.
Can you tell me something? What's going to happen to Labrys once you catch her?
I cannot answer that.
Yeah, I thought so. You did say that she was a weapon after all. I'm really surprised you can't talk about it with outsiders.
Is that all? I must go get her back. If you cooperate with me, I am sure I can knock you out painlessly.
In response to my blunt suggestion, a weary smile appears on Yusuke's face. However, his eyes still haven't that.
Sorry, but I can't back down.
Are you really going to fight me? Not to boast, but you would challenge a living weapon?
She said she wanted to be free. Hey, I made her a promise. I want to see it through. Guess you could say it's a guy pride thing?
He jokes about it, there's a resolve behind his words. He will not back down. What he really saying is this. My feelings for Labrys are strong as yours. I smile inwardly, though it seems to show my face.
I understand. I accept your challenge.
Dude, I do not know how to play as Aigis. I do not remember. Seriously, I do not remember how to play as Aigis. I don't know what her persona does. I think her persona is like does a charge move or a counter or something. I don't know. I don't know what her persona does. I know what her like light attack is. What's her heavy one? Oh, okay. 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 Oh, let's go. Yeah, like I said, I don't know Aigis' moves all that well anymore. He smells sheepishly on me from the floor.
I had a feeling I didn't have a chance against a pro like you. Ow. You sure are strong, Aigis-san.
Are you alright?
He waves his hand to show that he's fine. He should be exhausted. Perhaps male pride prevents him from mating it.
Looks like I'll be staying behind.
I will do what I can to not force anything on my sister that she does not want.
Can you tell her that I wanted to apologize to her too? Of course, I'll tell her myself once this is all over, but... Oh, and one more thing. Tell her we can have a party when this is all over.
Yosuke-san.
Oh, you're invited too, of course.
My heart's worn. He's not just worried about Labrys' safety, he's worried about her heart. I nod vigorously.
Yes, I will make sure to tell her. Though, we are not capable of eating food. Will that be a problem?
Really? Nah, it's no problem at all.
Thank you.
I'll save Labrys from this world, from her cell of solitude. There are people outside the world who accepts us as an allies. Some of them consider us friends. I'm happy that hope It's so close by.
That shadow looked pretty strong.
I will. Please stay safe.
As he cheers me from behind, I leave the roof. Are we gonna fight Labrys without Persona, or do we just straight up go into the Shadow Labrys fight? As soon as I re-enter the school, I sense the Shadow's presence without needing to scan for it. I follow his presence back to the announcement room. It could be waiting for me at this time. I slowly open the door, wary of an attack. But the room is quiet, no ambush comes. I step inside, both versions of Labrys face each other further into the room. I quickly step between the two, shielding Labrys from her shadow, but the shadow doesn't seem to alarm. It spins its axe eerily.
I had a feeling you didn't want to come. Was Yosuke
To finish the sentence, the axe stops. I brace myself in anticipation of an attack, but the shadow simply smiles brutally.
Just as you thought. The real party begins now.
Just as the word thinking, I hear a sound simultaneously. The heavy sound of an air being sliced behind me. I lunge to the left shortly of a reflect. The padlock slams into the ground where I had been only milliseconds ago.
What? Sister! Oh, so close.
Shock spread across my face. Labrys takes the combat stance with her battle axe. Her white eyes focus on me. She has chosen to fight me for the Unreal School.
Is this what you really want? What else is there for me?
Labrys sounds resigned in her reply. I have no answer for her. My heart aches with blood.
It's finally come to this. Sister versus sister. Let the battle begin.
The shadow jeers at me with delight. Do not have the presence of mind to deliver a rejoinder. Battle about to play out straight from the worst case scenario I had envisioned. The very person I hope to save, my sister, I must defeat her with my own hands. Alright, so we are fighting the regular Labrys, which is fine. Labrys, you don't have a persona. Labrys is trying to fall to her knees.
Why? Why can't I stay like this?
The hope she risks so much to the game is being shattered. She mutters pitifully as she falls. She's not the only one who wants to collapse. And then imagine this could be so painful. Every time my attack connects, I felt as I was tearing a piece of my heart. The unwanted exchange of violence, ending one of our destruction, leads to nothing but despair. Each time I felt that pain, memories of Labrys I saw in the classroom, those vivid images made sing. The sturdy mechanical room made up most of her visual memories. It must have been the facility where she was created. Well, you can see her memory every time you punch her? What? The facility Labrys is forced to endure the same pain as she is feeling now. In order to gather more combat data, she was forced to destroy her sister models, even though they had hearts. Not just once or twice, but over and over and over. Not much my mind immediately comprehend. Agni spreads through me like a fever. I clutch in my chest. The shadow incontests simply nonchalantly.
Wow, you really didn't must really want to make them suffer, don't you? You want them to go through what you had to. No! You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're at school, having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then the fight ends. You want to make them understand. That ain't true. But it's no use. Even another little boy can't understand you. It's alright though. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did. Please stop! That's all a lie! You're not me! Finally! You finally said it! I'm finally free!
The Shadow's eyes start to glow full of life. It isn't just a champion's attitude, his power seems to actually be rising. Something in its conversation with Labrys catalyzes its change. Too late, it hits me. What did the Shadow want to Labrys? We're trying to buy time, which meant needed something from her.
It's time for the true star to take the stage.
The shout shocked the air. As the responsive cry, the room begins to warp. The view beyond the window seems ominous. A giant incinerator appears from darkness. Countless chassis are falling into destroyed. Nullified by the blood-red light and flames, the Shadow reveals its true self. Seeing Labrys look like a commanding giant beast behind it brings a mind of summoning up her persona. Around where Labrys sends her Leslie's body up. It seems the Shadow has accomplished his goal with Labrys. I was used to force to fight my sister for this purpose. I clench my teeth in my own slowness to comprehend.
Let's get started, shall we?
This isn't just for Labrys. This is the enemy, the fate of anyone not human.
It seems that I must take responsibility for this.
What is Shadow Aigis gonna be like? I'm kind of curious. Okay. Instant kill. Okay. Did I really miss that? Oh yeah, I forgot, like, Labrys' instant kill is kind of weird. Yeah. Not Labrys, Aigis. Monster from melts away, disappearing into like fogs. Only a silhouette similar to Labrys remains. It falls into his knees, having no will to resist anymore. I turn to face real Labrys. Shade's countenance seems to have no major damage. Other remains to be tested at this her will.
I have a message for you. From Yosuke-san. He said that he is sorry for promising to help you and being unable to support you when you needed it most. Additionally, he said that he would be throwing a party later. You are invited, of course. You're lying. If that is what you think, you can ask him yourself later. Now please, stand up.
I lend her my shoulders to prop her up. She follows my lead, but her legs are still
How
shaking.
this happened? I didn't want to hurt anyone or make them suffer. I know. That was a shadow going berserk. Not everything it said reflects your true feelings.
You don't know
I had a
that.
similar experience, actually. My other self was on the verge of going berserk.
What are you talking about? What other self?
It told me there was an innate contradiction in having a heart, but not being human, preventing me from truly protecting others. Wasn't that tough to listen to? Yes, of course. Then how can you stand it? How are you still acting like everything's fine? I'm fine right now, but I'm sure I will suffer that pain again someday.